She tore the heart out of every song she sang, a raw, roaring voice that became the anthem of a generation. But at the height of her power, at age 27, Janis Joplin was found dead in a Los Angeles hotel room. The official cause pointed to an accidental heroin overdose. Still, gaps, conflicting memories, and questions have kept this story alive for decades. Tonight, we trace the rise, the final days, and the unanswered questions surrounding Janis Joplin. Born Janis Lynn Joplin in Port Arthur, Texas, she found refuge and identity in blues and soul records. Moving from college to the vibrant San Francisco scene, she became known for an explosive vocal style, raw, vulnerable, and unstoppable. By 1966, she joined Big Brother and the Holding Company, and in a few short years became a voice of the counterculture. Her breakout at Monterey and her subsequent performances made Janis an icon. Songs like Piece of My Heart and her trademark emotional intensity turned the spotlight on a woman who sang with a truth few rock stars could reach. But fame brought scrutiny, frenetic schedules, and personal pressure, the twin edges of stardom. Janis fought with addiction and depression through much of her career. She went from euphoric highs on stage to private attempts at sobriety and recovery. Those cycles, sobriety followed by relapse, were public and painful, played out under the glare of the media and the chaos of the late 60s music scene. In the summer of 1970, Janis was recording what would become Pearl, music that captured her voice's depth and pain. Friends and bandmates later recalled her dedication to the sessions, even as she showed signs of exhaustion. Those studio tapes stand as some of her most intimate work, created during a turbulent personal moment. On October 4th, 1970, Janis Joplin was found dead in room 105 of the Landmark Motor Hotel in Hollywood. She was 27 years old. Authorities later reported the death as the result of an accidental heroin overdose, a tragic endpoint to a pattern of heavy substance use and periods of abstinence. The Los Angeles coroner's autopsy, led by Dr. Thomas Noguchi, concluded that Janis died of acute heroin intoxication. Reports noted alcohol present in her system as well, possibly compounding the fatal effect. The official medical finding was accidental overdose, but it also pointed to complex factors including tolerance, recent abstinence, and the potent danger of relapse. Immediately after her death, different witnesses and recollections created a muddied timeline. Who last saw her, what was in the room, and whether evidence had been handled before investigators arrived. Some later accounts claimed items were moved, others argued the autopsy told the full story. These small contradictions fueled decades of speculation, not necessarily evidence of foul play, but reasons people kept asking why. Janis joined the tragic roster later dubbed the 27 Club. Artists who died at 27, many amid drugs and the stresses of fame. Her death highlighted a wider cultural crisis, the toll of relentless touring, substance culture in music scenes, and inadequate support systems for artists navigating fame's pressures. The world grieved. Janis's voice only grew in legend. Me and Bobby McGee later topped the charts posthumously. Her raw delivery influenced generations of singers. Her work inspired conversations about addiction, mental health, and how fandom and the press interact with vulnerable artists. Her legacy is not only a catalog of songs, but a cautionary reminder of fame's cost. Janis Joplin gave the world a voice that felt like truth. Her death was tragic, rooted in addiction and the era's dangerous culture around drugs. And while official findings pointed to an accidental overdose, the human story is larger. A brilliant artist, wrestling with pain and a world that sometimes failed to protect her. Remember her for the songs that still cut deep, and let her story remind us to support people in crisis with empathy, not curiosity.